Hi there. My name is Irene, and I'm the creator of Her Mobility Club, which is a club where I help women who are over 40 and who run online businesses and have to sit for long hours. I help them incorporate more movement in their days. So today I want to share with you a very simple story about how it all started. The real reason why I began incorporating more movement in my life. So it all began with pain, frustration, and a whole lot of sitting, but that eventually turned up into be something that changed how I worked, changed the focus in my business, and also affected my income negatively. So when I first started working online a few years ago, the virtual assistant, I was so thrilled. It was my first client, my first taste of freedom, and I wanted to do everything right. So I'd sit at my desk for several hours, 6 to 8 hours straight, completely locked in, and I'd only get up to use the bathroom. Otherwise, even my meals were brought to me. After a couple of months, I started to notice some changes in my body. Every time I stood up, I realized there was a pain either in my shoulder, on my hip, or my ankle had a pain, and there was tightness everywhere. So and even my belly started protruding. But I remember thinking to myself, I am just 38. Why is this happening to me? Why do I feel so old? So one day, while feeling very frustrated and stiff, I chanced upon a 5 kilometer walk challenge. And it was the month of June of that year. The challenge was for us to walk 5 kilometers every single day for the month of June. Of course, there's no way I was going to walk 5 kilometers, but I could start with one. And so I began. The first day, I was able to walk out of my house and back. Second day, I walked out of the compound. And by the end of that month, I was able to walk 5 kilometers. I'm not saying it was easy. The first week was not easy at all. In fact, it was difficult. I would walk out, and by the time I came back, I was so tired. I was complaining, my body was complaining, and I was even in more pain. But you know what? I kept going. I kept showing up for those walks, and by the end of that month, I was able to finish the challenge successfully. And something amazing happened. I started to realize that I'm looking forward to these walks. Those short walks became my me time. It helped me clear my head, lifted my mood, and gave me more energy to keep going. So I wasn't just moving my body, I realized I was resetting my mind. Soon the stiffness that I've been feeling all over my body began to fade. I was able to sit for shorter bursts of time. So instead of sitting for a whole 6 or 8 hours, I found that I was able to sit for 2 hours, get out of my desk, move a little, move around the house, stretch a little bit, and get back to my work. So movement did not take time away from my work. It gave me more time for it. I was finishing my projects faster, with less stiffness, with more clarity, and less stress. So that's when I realized that actually, when I incorporate more mobility or more movement in my day-to-day work as an online business owner, as a woman over 40 who owns an online business, I'm able to actually focus more, and in that way, I live and make more money. So when you move well, you can think better and you can work smarter, and in that way, you're able to protect your income. So I stopped wasting time feeling so tired and maybe visiting a doctor to get medications to relieve my pain. So those small, short daily moves are now part of my business plan, because when my body feels good, my business also grows. So if you're a woman over 40 who has to sit for long hours running their business, I want you to hear this. Your body is part of your business and you need to protect it. So you don't need an hour at the gym. You don't need to participate in expensive programs or complicated programs. All you need is to be able to set aside a few hours, a few minutes during different times of your days, and incorporate simple movements throughout of it that fit within your lifestyle and your day. So if you'd like to start, I have created a simple toolkit for you. It's called a Pain-Free by 10 a.m. toolkit, which has a list of exercises that you can do. It gives you the list of exercises. It gives you a demo video, and it also gives you a tracker that you can use to make sure you're keeping on track. The link is in the description box below. So if this story has spoken to you, I want to invite you to hit the subscribe button and also to click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any video that I create moving forward. See you on the next one. Thank you very much.